All right, welcome to the Let It Fly show. I am Michael Severe, joined by Josh Jones, of course, Creighton University, and Omaha Central, right there on the cup.
Man, let me see that real fast.
Let me see this cup.
I need that.
You like that?
I'm kind of, when I seen this earlier, I was like, man, if you wasn't my boy, I'd take it.
Central does a fundraiser every year.
I know.
And it's they do a trivia night, and they had me MC the trivia night, and that's what they gave me. And my wife stole it for a while.
Somebody told me yesterday, man, you got to get your Central gear up. And I'm like, you're right.
I got a lot of purple stuff.
I know. Every time I see you.
I got a ton of purple stuff, man, because every time we go to games, and now we got pep band for basketball, all that going on.
Central, I'm sorry. I bleed purple, though.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. We are live inside the Let It Fly Sports Bar in the Capital District, of course. And let me tell you about a new special they have. That for $4. That's Red Bull Watermelon Margarita.
Let me taste it. Pause.
You go ahead. You take a little taste on it, a little sip.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
We're going to keep this here,
Keep it over there?
All right, cool.
You keep wherever you want. $4, Red Bull, watermelon, margarita. Got a little salt on the edge. Yeah. Now, can you get it frozen, or is it just on the ice?
No,
just on the rocks.
Just like this on the rocks. On Tuesdays, right?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, we're going to get this all the time.
Yeah, we're taping this on a Tuesday.
Tuesdays for me because I'm in here on Tuesdays.
We're taping it on a Tuesday.
I'm going to get this every Tuesday.
When you can get some great time. There's specials every night.
Right.
We've talked before about all the great. Remember when they had the French dip Fridays?
Yeah, right.
That was good.
Man,
Taco
listen,
Tuesdays.
Man,
all that's
Shout
good.
out to Red Bull for this because this hit. You got to come down here and get this.
You got to cut the promo. It'll get you drunk. Here's the great thing. Here's the great thing about the Red Bull drink when it first came out. Yeah. Right? So this is when I was my 30s.
Okay.
And they'd be
wait, mid or early?
Mid 30s. Mid 30s.
So you mature.
This is about
drinking.
20 years ago, right?
Got you.
I quit drinking in 2002.
Okay.
But when the first Red Bull started coming out, think about this. Alcohol is a depressant.
Yeah.
Red Bull is not.
Yeah.
So you can drink
an upper and a downer
at the same time. It is an incredible. What I drank was Red Bull and grapefruit juice.
I see it.
I crushed that.
I just see it.
There's a reason why I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, I see it as sophistication. Come in here.
It looks pretty.
Come in here with your lady.
Yeah.
Y'all order something. Y'all chop it up. You get you some nice little entree.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you fired up for the night.
That's it.
You don't want to wear yourself out.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice on the rocks for sure.
We have a great show planned for you today. I mean, it's a really good show.
Look at me, man.
You enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. Like I mentioned, we're taping on Tuesdays now.
Yeah.
So the pod will drop on Wednesday. Wednesday is the Outland Trophy. Outland Trophy Awards show.
Yep.
Now, there's a lot at that show. Mm-hmm. It's not just the Outland Trophy, which is the 79th year for that.
Right.
They also give out the Legacy Awards, the Tom Osborne Legacy Award. That's going to Charlie McBride, longtime defensive coordinator here at Nebraska, beloved coach here at Nebraska.
Stories
so many stories by
right.
him. And don't forget, also, Nebraska awards get given out too.
Yep.
So you get the Tom Novak Award, you get the Hometown Award. All those awards get given out as well. It's a great event. If you haven't been to it, it's down at CHI.
Yep.
If you haven't been to it, I recommend going to the award.
I think it's crazy that the best interior lineman
in the country
is coming to Nebraska.
Yep. And it's good. Kelvin Banks.
Yep.
Back-to-back years for the University of Texas.
Man.
Because you had Sweat win last year.
Yep.
And he wins this year. Last time that happened was 81, 82, 83.
Right.
That was all Nebraska players. You know how good Remington was.
Yep.
So Dave Remington was as good as anybody to ever play. And then also Dean Steinkühler was the other one in 1983. Yep. We're going to chat with Kelvin Banks coming up. Before we do that, I want to get to headlines.
Okay.
Because we have just call it the Tale of Two Cities.
All right.
Lincoln and Omaha. Right?
Yeah, two different cities.
In Omaha.
Well, Lincoln is a town.
Well, it's not. It's got 300,000 people.
Man,
it's a city.
Okay.
It's a city. But I'm talking
about. I ain't hating. I'm just saying.
Talking about the blue versus the red.
Word.
Right now, Creighton basketball is rolling.
Yeah.
They beat UConn. UConn hadn't lost at home.
They always got UConn
28 or whatever.
Too.
They beat them finally. They're up in stores. Mm-hmm. And they're rolling. You've got Kalkbrenner winning the player of the week in the Big East. Just outstanding. The other city in Lincoln, they're on a struggle bus.
I know, man.
Lost 4 in a row, and it all comes down to losing that lead against Iowa.
I know.
You're up 15, about 12 minutes to go.
Right.
You lose that lead. Then the next game, I think it beats you again.
Yeah.
Because Purdue kills you.
Right.
Then you lose a close one to Rutgers, and they had every chance to win this past weekend. Every chance to win.
Like I said, it's
against Maryland.
It's psychological now.
It is.
It's like
in their heads.
You get to that certain point, it just gets into your head, man.
Yep.
I mean, because Nebraska's actually hooping at home, you know?
Yeah.
But they just can't win on the road.
Yeah. Well, actually, they had, so Rutgers was at home. And they blew that one. And
but Rutgers got them 2 lead guys.
They do. But you know what? Nebraska
Bailey and Harper
battles all the way back in that game.
Yeah.
Gets the lead. All they got to do is take care of business. Down the stretch, they can't get a shot off.
Yep.
That's the one thing about them. As good as Bryce Williams can be at times, and they do have some physicality inside, and Mia can rim run. They just don't have the other guy sometimes
True.
who can just take over off the dribble and go get you buckets.
I agree.
They just don't. And when you come down into the game, that guy's got to be there.
Man.
And they haven't had that guy. Yeah. So you got Creighton playing their butts off right now.
Rolling.
On the other hand, Nebraska struggling. They're now at 12-6.
I know.
And 2-5 in the Big Ten.
Right.
They've got USC. We're taping this on Tuesday. That's Wednesday night. Right. That's a must-win game.
I know.
They got to beat USC. They don't beat USC, they're in trouble.
Right.
It's also, of course, you had championship games this past weekend.
Yep.
So we get the Super Bowl matchup. I mean, you got your AFC and NFC championship matchups.
I feel you.
So you got this great rivalry between Philadelphia and Washington.
I kind of want to talk about this right now, man.
They hate each other. Yeah. Philadelphia and Washington hate each other. Same conference, same region of the country, hate each other. Couple about 6 weeks ago, Washington battled back and beat Philly in a game where Philly just fell apart, lost their quarterback. And on the other side, you've got the Buffalo Bills.
I know.
Going to the two-time
That's what I don't
world
talk,
champs Kansas City Chiefs.
I got to talk about it,
Go Bills, go.
So listen.
Go Bills,
now,
go.
Are you saying that as a person who
hates Kansas City? Yes.
Okay. Listen, bro.
Is that what you're asking me? Yes.
I was. Listen.
Yes.
So this is my thing, bro.
Okay. All right.
I'm like I'm a historian.
Okay.
I like history.
I think history is nice too. In school?
Can you?
I ain't in school.
Can you imagine Lamar Jackson triple back and win another MVP
and not win a divisional playoff game?
That kills me.
He has to get over the hump,
man.
And I know it wasn't his fault. He throws a 2-point conversion.
I'm sick.
2-point conversions drop.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm sick about it.
Buffalo wins the game. Now, they probably would have gone to overtime. I think Buffalo would beat him anyway.
Now, I'll say this: even though he lost, I still think he's the NFL's MVP.
See, I don't. Here's the reason.
It's because you lost head-to-head?
Let me give you a quick reason.
Okay.
Because
make it make sense, bro.
Because the Bills won one, and the Ravens won one.
Yeah,
but here's the difference.
All right.
The Ravens have 8 Pro Bowlers.
Yes.
So as good as Lamar is, and he's been incredible,
because his numbers are better.
He's got more talent around him. So if the award's called the most valuable player, he is by far a more valuable player to a team that's got no-name wide receivers, that's got 3 running backs that are playing. Offensive line has been banged up. A defense that was without their entire linebacking core. He's carrying a team on his back for the season. Most valuable player, maybe Lamar would be the most outstanding player. But the most valuable player, that's not. That goes to
I can't even
Buffalo
argue
Bills
with you, bro.
Quarterback.
Now, as far as that game against the Bills, you know what? Like I mean, you know, Nebraska adopts Kansas City as their football team.
Yeah, they're closest, yeah.
So, like, honestly, man, like, I think the Chiefs going to win it all.
I
mean, I don't care who wins.
Yeah.
I just want to see they not like us at halftime. Kendrick Lamar. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
I picked before the season. I picked Philly and Buffalo.
Man.
I want Philly and Buffalo in the
you
Super Bowl.
did pick that.
I picked
You
Philly
did
and
pick
Buffalo,
that.
so that's what I want. What I want to
Yeah,
happen.
but I'm sick about that loss. Basically,
I'm not gonna lie. There's very little of that halftime show I'll be watching. I'm pretty sure. Just don't have a lot of interest in that, but I'm sure it'll be great.
Yes, sir.
Be awesome.
Yeah, it's a culture for the culture.
Coming up, we're going to talk to the 79th winner of the Outland Trophy.
For sure.
He's a big fella.
He is.
Plays left tackle for the University of Texas.
He's a dog, too.
Kelvin Banks Jr. out of Humble, Texas. They don't pronounce the H there in Houston.
I do. I'm sorry.
In Houston. And he's coming up next here on Let It Fly Show. All right, welcome back to Let It Fly Show. We're joined by the 79th winner of the Outland Trophy, Kelvin Banks, joining us. He is Kelvin Banks Jr., the University of Texas. When you first heard, what'd you think? Who told you? How'd you find out?
How I found out, the previous winner this past year, Tavondre Sweat, he sent me a little video.
Okay. And that's awesome.
At first, our media guy, Thomas, he sent me the video. He was like, look at your phone. So I looked. I was like, why is he sending me a video of Sweat? Right. And he starts talking. I was like, oh, snap. Like, it's happening. It's happening. So that was like when I found out. And it was a pretty crazy moment for me. It's definitely just being able to do it back-to-back for University of Texas like that, it just means a lot to me.
That's
pretty cool.
That's wild, bro.
Well, the last time was Nebraska.
Yeah.
81, 82, 83, man. The last time they had back-to-back.
Another thing that's down. Look, football players. Yeah. For me, man, like, just growing up as a kid, you always got these big dreams. Could you ever fathom that you was going to be the best player in a country?
I mean, it was definitely a dream, but like just as it's going in motion, it's definitely like so real moment. Like it was like a thing where okay, season's not over yet. We got playoffs and stuff. So
no doubt.
I'm just going through it. I'm like, thinking, I'm like, man, this is wild. Like all my dreams are coming true. I'm performing good on the field. I'm doing good off the field and in class and stuff. And just trying to stay focused was the biggest part for me, and just understanding like, hey, job's not finished, especially in the situation we were in. Obviously, we wasn't able to go all the way, but just trying to stay focused and understand like the committee who voted me for that award, they seen what was in me, so now I have to keep kind of like upholding that image of myself.
It's like once you kind of
voted for him, by the way.
I believe it too.
I did. I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's like
I want him to be a New Orleans Saint.
It's like once you heard about like you got a chance. Every week was like, oh, I got to keep this up.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah, and you were banged up. The thing that people don't understand the most about football is that you're never quite healthy once the season starts. You were battling all different kinds of little injuries and stuff. You take us through the way the season went for you. You lost that game at Georgia early, and you're banged up. What was it like?
Yeah, man. It was tough. It was tough, especially like we wanted to go into the season undefeated, win the SEC, do all of this big stuff. But just having that adversity early, I feel like it kind of helped our team grow more, especially like our whole team, not just me. We had so many guys getting banged up every week, and it's like we have guys behind us who's plugging and playing, and they're succeeding in that moment. So just going through that as a team, handling all that adversity, knowing we have guys behind us that can step up and play that role, it kind of meant a lot to us, especially to the guys who we knew were going to take that next step after the season. It meant a whole lot to us because it's kind of like we got guys who want to put themselves not put themselves first, but put the team before themselves.
Right.
And kind of just go out there and knowing they're back there studying, they're back there learning things from us, and we're actually like teaching them. They're not just sitting there and we're not just guys who are out there just playing for ourselves. We're trying to teach them. We're trying to develop them as well.
Awesome. And speaking of playing as a team, I'm reading some of these things here. So you paved the way for standout moments like the 93-yard drive against A&M, the 86-yard touchdown against Kentucky. Which moments this season stand out to you the most, like aside from them two?
Yeah. Aside from them two, I would say Arkansas was the biggest moment for us as an offense, in my opinion, when Quinn pulled the ball and read it, and we ended the game with the ball in our hands. I feel like that's what really started our, like, hey, this is our identity. I know later in the season, which we were going up and down during the season, but when that game hit, we kind of understood, like, this is what we have to be to make a run in the playoffs.
Right.
And once we understood that, I feel like we got to rolling. And after that game, I feel like we were tighter as a group. Quinn, he showed his toughness, so it kind of propelled the offense even more, because when your quarterbacks have the confidence, that juice, the whole team has that juice.
For sure.
Kelvin Banks joining us. He's the Outland Trophy winner, 79th one. So I know you played in Texas, so maybe you played in more games. Is this the most amount of games you ever played in a season?
For sure.
You played 15?
I believe so, 15 or 16,
right?
one or two. I can't remember.
Because you played, obviously, in the SEC championship game, so that's 13.
Yeah.
And then you beat remind me.
Clemson
and Arizona State.
And
so
Ohio
16 games.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. What was that like on your body? You got to get used to it because you're getting ready to play 16 games.
Yeah,
and 17 in the league. But what was that like?
Yeah, that was Coach Sark's kind of motto. Like, you want to play in that league, you got to get ready to prepare. So I'm kind of happy we was able to have that experience and get that experience of playing that longevity of season, because you kind of got to stay locked in. You know, you're not playing 12 games and then having 2 more after. So that's 14 games. So you gotta stay locked in. But it was a cool experience. You got to play teams that you never played before.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, I've always seen Clemson play. I've always seen Ohio State and Arizona State play. It's just having that so real moment of, like, I'm really the few people who can be out on this field and be able to perform.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
And looking back on your journey from humble Texas, being nationally recognized as an athlete, what moments from then define your path to where you're at today?
Man.
Did you guys make it a state?
Nah, we never made it. We made it to like the 4th round. We made it to like the 4th. We wasn't horrible.
I'm playing, bro. Hey, man, there's a lot.
Is that 5A?
No, 6A, D2.
6A, you're 6A, okay.
6A, D2, yeah.
So to win, you got to win.
There's a lot of teams, man.
Yeah.
No, I know.
You got to win a lot.
Nah,
you good. No, especially in high school. I feel like starting from my freshman year when my dad kind of pushed me into that O-line role. It kind of paved the way for me. And then just even the coaches I had, man, they had the utmost belief in me. It was kind of in a sense, it felt like, I wouldn't say I was the quarterback, but I want to lead in that way. Like, I want to lead. Yeah, I want to be that guy who makes a big block and it changed the play in high school. So so it definitely paved a strong way for me, especially like the offseason workouts. I wouldn't like. Obviously, college is a lot harder, but high school kind of prepared me for that. We went through a whole boot camp series, and it kind of just got me ready for the next level for sure.
Okay. Now you're getting ready for the combine?
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, the draft comes after that. Have you kind of thought about the way that's going to feel when you hear – because most people think you're a top 5, definitely a top 10 pick.
Top 10 for sure, bro.
Have you thought about what that's going to feel like?
Man, many times. Like I said, I like to kind of stay grounded. I like to focus on what's at hand, which is right now training. But many times, I don't think there's nobody who's declaring for the draft who's not thinking about the moment when their name is called, the moment when you can finally say, like, hey, I can take care of my family now. So I've definitely thought about it from time to time. And when the moment comes, I don't even know how I'm going to react.
Where are you working out? Where are you training?
I'm training at Athletes First facility. It's called the Mark One. The Mark One. It's in California, Orange County.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it's a sidebar question, and then I'm going to ask you another question. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
You dap him up. You rap with him. I mean,
all right.
You know? And by the way, one of my favorite movies is White Boy Rick.
Okay.
You got to check that out.
I have to. When was that made?
That wasn't that long ago. Maybe
not that long ago.
4 or 5 years
basically,
ago?
so the reason why
it's a weird kind of movie.
So my father-in-law from east side of Detroit.
Okay.
And there was a white boy named Rick that was moving them peas.
Yeah.
You know, he was trapping, and he snitched. And McConaughey was his daddy.
For real.
He played his dad.
Oh, okay.
I see. Not in real life. Yeah.
Not in real life.
I was like,
obviously.
that?
But
it's cool to have him on the sideline.
It's a drug. I'm into like documentaries and stuff like that. But as far as him or whatever, like, what type of inspiration does I mean, he be locked in.
Man.
Like, what type of inspiration does he bring to your team? Like, pre-game, post-game. What's his impact with y'all at Texas?
Man, it's kind of he's kind of one of the players. If you want to be honest, he's that's how
always there.
That's how he is. Yeah, he's always there.
That's really him.
Man, he's cool, cool down to earth. You would never know he was in all these movies, this big movie star. If you like, obviously everybody know who he is, but if you didn't know who he was, you wouldn't know a thing. Like, he comes up to you, he daps you up, he looks you like, hey, you good, ready to go, and then funniest part about seeing him on the sideline, we'll be in the goal line looking, and I'll just see him doing his hands like this or something. I'm like, what is he doing?
What is he doing?
And then we'll score, and I'll be like, shit, keep doing it, right? Sure, keep doing it. So
you guys also have the Undertaker was on the sideline.
Yeah,
with you guys, right?
I seen those.
Oh man, you met the Undertaker, bro?
Didn't meet him.
Oh man, you gotta double back once you get drafted.
Craziest thing is, our O-line bench is right next to where all the celebrities be at. So we'll be watching film, and I'll just look up, I'm like, is that Kevin Durant? Oh, snap.
No doubt.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's lit. That's lit. Was that one of the reasons? Kind of. Well, ain't no place like home.
Yeah.
But like, that's an extra perk. Like that. Kind of wanted you to go there. You think?
I mean, you could say for sure.
What was it down to?
The last schools it was down to was Texas, Oregon, and
Oregon got that Nike.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It was Texas, Oregon, and I believe it was LSU. I can't quite remember
for sure.
But it was definitely a big part of that, especially that NIL era was going into.
No doubt.
Just the communication and all the bonds I could build when I'm there. I kind of understood, like, even if football didn't work out for me or it didn't go my way, I could always double back and get my degree, like I'm still gonna do regardless. But get a degree, meet people, meet great people who's gonna care about you more than just what football is. So it was definitely
Austin's
something that's back in my mind for sure.
Who do you model yourself after in the league right now? Or right now, because times have changed, but also growing up.
Yeah. Man, growing up, I like Trent Williams a lot.
That's good. That's a good pick.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good pick for sure. Good pick for sure. But then I'll say nowadays, I like to watch a lot of Laramie Tunsil film, man.
For sure.
He's like a especially his pass pro is like a smooth guy. He never gets frantic. Yep. His sets look consistently every time. Yep. So I like to see how he goes about it and try to put things into my game.
So do you think he would be your, like? So I used to hoop, right? So like, if I was in the NBA in the 90s and I met Michael Jordan, I'd kind of be starstruck. Was that for you? If you, like, who's that guy?
Who's that guy? Ooh. It would probably I wouldn't say it would be Lerman. It'll definitely be Trent Williams if it was that guy.
Trent's a legend.
Yeah, he is for sure.
Yeah.
He's been consistent since he's been in the league, so you can't beat that. But Trent Williams would definitely be that guy. I'll be like, damn, I'm really beating Trent Williams.
How can people tap in with you for socials? You know?
Yeah, man, my Instagram is the Kelvin Banks. TheKelvinBanks, and then on Twitter it's Kelvin Banks Jr. 12. So those are the only two socials I really be on a lot. So
you're too young for Facebook.
Most
I ain't on there just yet.
See, most important question I'm gonna ask you because you're getting ready to go to Casio's. How you like your steak? How you like it cooked?
Ooh, I used to be a well done guy, but I kind of
that's why.
Yeah,
hey, no, all black was a chef, man. Don't say that.
I used to be well done.
Before they really eat steak.
Yeah, you
but
right.
then you start going to the banquets and grew up. Yeah. Exactly.
So either I get medium plus or medium well.
I like medium.
You like medium?
Yeah.
I'll do medium too. I'll do medium
rare.
Medium rare.
Now you tweaking, bro.
It's the best way to eat it.
I can't do medium rare.
I'm telling you, man. I know you're gonna look at a little bit of blood, but that's the best way to eat it.
He said a little bit of blood, bro.
It's gonna be tender. It's gonna melt in your mouth.
Anything rare,
They're gonna give you
I
a
don't want
ribeye. It's gonna be delicious, bone-in ribeye, medium rare, baked potatoes,
so
salad.
when you hit the league
mascarpone.
and you get that teammate to eat that medium rare, think about Michael Severe.
Well, listen.
Yeah, I am.
When you're in the league, you're making that money. Don't overcook no damn steak. You spend too much money on beef, man.
Hilarious,
Don't
bro.
do that.
Yeah.
Kevin, man, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations
Thank you,
again. And enjoy tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Let It Fly show. Great interview with Kelvin Banks.
Man, humble dude. From
humble.
no pun intended.
Humble.
Yeah,
Humble.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
be that guy.
Yeah. He, you interview those guys, and they're like he is, he's not got this persona that, hey, I'm this great football player.
There you go.
He doesn't.
Nah.
He's down to earth, laid back. You can tell he has fun.
Right.
Few places to go to college.
Right.
Than in Austin to have fun. They have a good time in
low
Austin.
Key, my son is 5, and I pray he becomes everything in basketball. But he already going to Texas.
Going to Texas.
The way he sold it to me.
Texas is a good place to be. It is. It is a good place to be.
Yeah.
And you got lots to do. The area is beautiful.
Yeah.
Ladies are nice. Everything's great. Everything's great.
From your perspective, though, just doing the whole Jet Awards and just being a part of that experience, what is that like for you?
It means a lot to find the right guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like I vote on the Allen Trophy. I vote on the Nagurski. I vote on the Butkus, all those. And I do my homework, and I want to vote on the best guy.
Right.
I don't want there to ever be a time where you look back in 5 years and say, they didn't get the right guy.
It matter, bro.
They didn't get the right guy.
Yeah.
It's like that for movies when you talk about the Oscars. You want to get the right guy, the right thing, and I think we did with Kelvin Banks. I really do. Now, he missed a couple games during the season, but when he came back, that offense blew up again.
Who was close to him?
So there's a defensive tackle. Oh, my God, his name's right on the tip of my tongue. That was with my second vote. God, it's right down the tip of my tongue.
It's all good.
Yeah, but he had 11 sacks from the interior position, and I voted him second after Banks. They give us 3 votes. We did it. That's 3-4 weeks ago now, but my brain's not working that great.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's Kennard. Kennard was the second guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was a good player, but Banks ends up winning, and we appreciate that. Coming up, of course, next week, we're going to continue to do this. We got a lot of great interviews to do.
Yeah, it's going down.
For example, Charles McBride?
Yeah, I do.
So longtime defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
We had a chance to talk to him.
Yeah.
Get some old stories from him.
Yeah.
Kyle Peterson.
Right.
Kyle Peterson is Mr. College Baseball.
Right.
ESPN, SEC Network, all of those.
He probably won't talk about maybe it's just me as like a fan of somebody who actually achieved their dreams, and he went 13th in the draft.
Yeah.
It might not mean as big to him because his career didn't end up the way Hall of Fame and all that.
Baseball's tough.
Yeah, but he a Hall of Famer to make it that far and to go that high.
He's definitely an Omaha Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Nebraska legend.
Yeah. So
Nebraska
again,
legend.
this comes out on Wednesday, as you know. Dollar Wings.
Oh man.
Wing Wednesday.
Yes.
We talked about the great drinks. We talked about all the great specials. Wing Wednesday.
I
know what your favorite flavor is.
I know you do.
It's not. You get a lemon pepper.
Yeah, I do.
I like things hot and spicy.
Uh-huh.
So whatever's hot and spicy is what I take.
Well, come hang out with us. You either get the hot and spicy or the lemon pepper.
I'm a flats guy.
I'm a flats guy.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
I'm a flats guy.
Hey, when I was little, I used to like the drums, but I used to call them legs when I was a kid.
Yeah, little legs.
Yeah, But I'm all flats,
Special thanks to Kelvin Banks for being on with us. We
Congrats
appreciate
too,
him
man. Congrats.
being in town. Looking forward to going to that tonight when this comes out. Also, Caleb is the man now running the show.
Yeah.
Running the show. And Troy. Dion's close to Troy.
It's a joke, bro.
How many letters? So prime time right here.
Right. And then you got my man Mike
Allen.
Allen.
You spelled D-E-O-N, right? Yeah.
Oh, that ain't Dion. That's Dion.
That's Dion.
Yeah,
not Dion.
You feel?
Right.
You
Right.
And then Mike Allen, man, we appreciate the opportunity. Right.
Special thanks to him as well for putting this all together. We appreciate that. Come out to the Let It Fly show and check out. Get that drink, man. Get the drink.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
No, how about this? Get the watermelon, Red Bull margarita, and the dollar wings on Wednesdays.
That'll work.
That's it right there.
I think by rule you have to say Red Bull watermelon margarita.
Well, once you take a couple of shots like
you don't
me,
know what you're saying after that. We appreciate everybody. Always remember, whenever you come here, Tuesday night we'll be taping shows.
Yep.
Wednesday night they'll be dropping. Check us out on YouTube, wherever you get your shows from, whether it is on Spotify or Apple Music, wherever it is. And when you do that, like and subscribe because it helps us out as well. So we appreciate that. Josh, take us away.
Hey, Josh Jones here with my boy Michael Severe. You know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.